Hello there, welcoming you all in the Physics Arena by Nitesh sir. Students, in the previous lecture we were discussing about the center of gravity of the different type of the objects, where we have learned the definition of the center of gravity. So what do you mean by the center of gravity? Center of gravity of an object can be defined as a point where the total mass or weight, a point where the total weight of an object is concentrated. That point is said to be the center of gravity. And also we have learned what may be the center of gravity of the different type of the objects. So now, with the help of this video lecture, today we are going to learn about the center of gravity and the balancing point of any object. So what do you mean by the center of gravity? Here I am going to write center of gravity, center of gravity and balance point. Children, if I am going to state about the balance point, so what do you mean? Here I am writing center of gravity and balance point. What do you mean by this particular term? That is a balance point. It means that with the help of an example I am going to state about the balance point. Let us suppose that a solid body can be balanced by a supporting it at its center of gravity. Okay, means that balance point can be defined as balance point of an object can be defined as a point where the body becomes at rest. What does it mean, children? So with the help of an example I am going to state about the balancing point of an object. As we are knowing that if we are holding a meter scale, okay, what I am going to say, that is a meter scale. As we are knowing that the meter scale is having the length of 100 centimeters. So okay, let us suppose that if we are having a meter scale, so here I am drawing a meter scale like this. So if this is a meter scale whose scaling starts from 0 to 100 centimeter, so children, where it can be balanced, where this meter scale can be balanced. Children, as we are knowing that the midpoint of this meter scale is 50 centimeter, it means that the midpoint at which, or the point at which a scale can be made as a balance, so that particular point is said to be the what? That is a balanced point. Okay, children. And also we can also say that a uniform meter rule has its center of gravity at its midpoint and also can be balanced at that particular point. So we can also say that the 50 centimeter mark is the balancing point for the meter scale. Students, if someone says that no sir, already we are knowing about the meter scale and its balancing point, please give me more elaboration about any other objects. So let us suppose that if we are having a rectangular lamina. Children, now I am going to take any other example, that is a rectangular lamina. What do you mean by lamina? Lamina means that a thin sheet which is having the length greater than the breadth. Okay, children. So now we are going to take a rectangular lamina. Here I am going to draw a rectangular lamina. You can see here I am going to draw the rectangular lamina. This is the rectangular lamina. Okay, children. So in order to determine the center of gravity, of this rectangular lamina, and also we have to calculate the balancing point of this lamina. So children, if we freely suspend this rectangular lamina, if this rectangular lamina is freely suspended from a point where it comes to the rest, that point is said to be the balancing point for the rectangular lamina. So children, if we draw a diagonal, from one point to the another point, let's suppose this is a point A, point B, point C and point D. So what I have drawn here, I have drawn here a diagonal from A to D and now from point C to B. We can see here these two diagonals intersect to each other at a point O. That point O is said to be the balancing point or the center of gravity for the rectangular lamina. So what we have found here, that if we draw two diagonals which intersects to each other, to each other at a point O, named as O, where the body becomes into rest. That point is called that particular point may be termed as the point is called balancing point or center of gravity of that object. Okay children, of that object. So in this way we can determine the balancing point or the center of gravity of a given object. So children, now this was a regular shape for which we have calculated the center of gravity. Now children, in our mind it may comes that, sir, this was a rectangular or that was a regular object. Now if we will have a irregular object or irregular lamina, then how we will calculate the center of gravity or the balancing point for that particular irregular object? So now we are turning to determine the center of gravity of an irregular lamina by the method of the balancing method, which is also a plumb line. Okay children, so now we are going to determine the center of gravity of an irregular lamina. Now children, we are going to discuss about the determination of the center of gravity of an irregular lamina. Irregular means that it is not having the finite shape and size, by the method of balancing or using the plumb line. Children, you can see here whatever I have drawn here, a shape that is irregular in shape and size. So children, this is a body which is having the irregular shape and size. So now this body is considered as A. The body is considered as A. So here I am going to write, let us choose a body that is irregular in shape. So let us choose a body irregular in shape. Let us choose a body which is irregular in shape, considered as A. The body is named as capital A. So children, now we have to determine the center of gravity of this given irregular shape. So what we will do? We will do that in order to determine center of gravity center of gravity of given irregular lamina lamina we will draw three holes. We will draw three holes at the edges of the lamina. So children, what will be the significance for these, making these three holes onto the edges of the lamina? Children, what I have written here, that let us choose an irregular shape which is termed as A, the body is named as A, and in order to calculate the center of gravity, we will make the three holes as small a, small b and small c at the edges of this lamina. Okay children, so now suspend the given lamina along with the plumb line from hole A. Now this whole lamina is going to be suspended along the point O, from the point O along this plumb line. Okay children, so on a pin clamped horizontally on the retort stand. So in the first step, what we will do, we will hang this, or what we will suspend the lamina. Now what we are going to do, suspend the lamina, okay, along with a plumb line, with a plumb line from hole A. So in this condition, we have suspended the object capital A through this plumb line from the point A with the help of a pin. Point A on a pin clamped horizontally on a retort stand. Okay children, so now if stand, okay, so now we will check the lamina is, that the lamina is free to oscillate along this nail. Okay children, from this point, now we will check the lamina is, now check whether the lamina is free to oscillate about that point. Okay children, so if the lamina is free to oscillate about that point, after certain duration of time it will come into the rest. So we will draw, when it will come into the rest, we will draw a line, that is AD. Similarly, so when the object comes to the rest, draw a vertical line AD. Okay children, now similarly we will do this procedure again and again. Similarly we will suspend the lamina. Now similarly we will suspend the lamina along point along B and C. B and C. If we will found that the lamina is again free to oscillate along the point B and C, then again we will draw. Again, if the lamina is free to oscillate along points B to C, B and C, then again draw vertical lines. What will be those vertical lines? From B to C, if we will get the vertical line BE and CF. Okay, vertical lines BE and CF. Okay, children, a point where all these three lines intersect to each other. Intersect to each other is called balancing point. Is called balancing point or center of gravity for that irregular lamina. Okay children, so with the help of this balancing method we have calculated the center of gravity of an irregular object. So what we have did here, again I am summarizing that we have chosen an object which is irregular in shape named as A. We have drawn the three holes A, B and C to the edges of these rectangular lamina. Now once we have suspend this object about point O along this line AD, okay children, and we have checked that whether the object is free to oscillate along this line AD. Okay, and if the object comes into the rest, then we have drawn the line AD. Okay, now again we will follow the same procedure, and we have suspended the object along the point B, and if again the object follows the same path, like it follows a line BE and also it comes to the rest, then again we will follow the same procedure along the point C, and if it give rise the line that is a straight line, that is a CF. So from this all the geometry, what we can conclude that if all the three lines intersect to each other at a point, when the total weight of that object is concentrated, means the object becomes balanced, then that point is said to be the balancing point or the center of gravity of that given object. So children, now we have calculated the regular and irregular bodies center of gravity. So lots of the questions are given inside of your book. Okay, so one by one we will discuss about those things. For that time, stay tuned and have a great day.